Good morning. What a beautiful morning. And weekend. Hi, I'm Yolanda Hinton, host of FYI Morning Show Live. Look, glad to see you all up here. Already, you all are on and popping. I want to welcome Facebook Live, Twitter, LinkedIn, YouTube, Instagram, and TikTok. Make sure you like, share, comment, and subscribe to our channel. As a matter of fact, go over to YouTube at Cristo Records One, Cristo Records One, and then you can always go to the newest channel on YouTube, and that is FYI radio show host Yolanda Hinton. Help us to get those numbers up. Follow me, and I'll follow you back. Man, there's so many of you all popped on already. G-O Garu, I think that's how you pronounce it, G-O-D-O. Jenna, what's going on? I am underscore Lannon. I think that's how, Lana. I think that's how you pronounce it. Ted, how are you doing? Man, so many of you. It's going kind of fast, so I'm going to try to get back to you. Good morning, Sam. How are you? Good to have you all on. Again, make sure you say something in the chat, because if I don't get a chance to shout you out, I can always send you a little bit of love later, and make a comment to anything that you have to say or ask. Lou, what's going on? Good to see you this morning. Facebook Live over there, Sheila Roberts, if you're over there, wherever you are, I want to say good morning to my beautiful friend, and hope you're going to have a wonderful weekend. As a matter of fact, what are you all going to do this weekend? This weekend here in the Hampton Roads area is just going to be absolutely fabulous. And we can expect 80s the rest of the week. You know, that means a lot to us, because I tell you what, during the holidays, 4th of July and stuff, talking about Las Vegas weather in Hampton Roads, Virginia, it was absolutely hot. And I tell you what, it's just good to be able to just feel a cool air in the evenings. You know, it's in the 80s, but in the morning, but in the evening, it gets really, really nice. And it feels good. You know, you're able to be outside if you have a terrace or whatever, balcony, you're able to sit out there, and it's just absolutely perfection. I got a chance already to start my weekend. I started my weekend yesterday, and went to a beautiful event with my daughter. She invited me to a nice festival, outdoor festival, and the weather was absolutely perfect. And we just had a good time. They had a band, they had DJ, they had food, they had fun drawings, they had all kind of things, and it was absolutely fabulous. Hey Scott, what's going on? Good to see you. Just already kicking off the weekend. So today is going to be a really beautiful, productive day. I got a business that I have to do, and I'm very happy about this particular business that I'm doing on today. I'm also going to get a chance to do a little rest and relaxation. Remember, we talked about self-care this week, and taking care of yourself and doing a real job at it. The real birdie, hi, how are you? Corey, what's going on? Valerie, hi. And yeah, so I'm going to do the pampering thing. I'm going to get out and do pamper myself and all that stuff. But business later on this evening, which I'm very excited about, very, very, very excited about. Going to be doing that. The rest of the weekend is probably going to be, grandson and getting in the pool and just enjoying maybe a little cookout here at the house. Just a little fun and yeah, and on and on and on. So I'm really glad to be able to, plan for the weekend and just have a wonderful, wonderful, plan for a wonderful time. That's how I see it. That's how I see the weekend. I'm going to do it as I see it, and I see myself really enjoying it. Duran, I think that's Duran. I think that's how you pronounce it. Clayton, hi. Mess. I can't see the rest of it. Hello, Queen. Hi. Oh, just so many on already. And I hope you all are going to do something fun. Please, in the chat, let me know what you're going to do for fun. What's going on in your world? If you're here in this area, excuse me, what are you going to do? If you're somewhere else, let me know. I got a big sneeze trying to come out. And D, hello. You all excuse me for a minute. If I sneeze, don't say that. But I feel like it's coming out right now. Anyway, let's see who else is on while this sneeze goes back in my head. Carlos, hi. Some of the names are getting away from me. Boy, I think that's it. Boy. Let's see. ISMAM. I think that's how you not pronounce it, but spell it. I think that's what I see. But we're very glad for you all to join. Thank you for joining me. Thank you so much for your support. This is our Fun Friday. And I want to have a good time. I want to hear from you all. Make sure you say something in the chat. Yvette, what's going on? We have a real wonderful topic on today. We're going to give some upcoming shows and all that kind of jazz. So you all stick and stay, and let's get through this, and then let's go and have us a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful time and everything. Here's a name that I can't pronounce it. Joayooo. Good morning. How are you? Hit list. What is going on? You all on Instagram and LinkedIn and everything. Just say hi so I can respond back to you all and let you know all is good. So again, this is our Fun Friday. I hope we have a great time today. You know, some of our topics and stuff are, getting a little serious, but I hope we can have some fun. I hope you all in the chat and just, make sure you say something and join in the conversation, okay? So again, our Fun Friday segment. This is FYI's from Friday. What's in your closet? But before we do that, guess what I got for you guys? I got the current job list. Let me say that again. I have the current job list. And, these jobs come like what? Every few months? Yeah, every few months we get the job list and everything. And we give them to you. Some people are without work. And I just saw a report that there are so many that are filing for unemployment benefits. So that goes to show you everybody don't have a job. In the meantime, I've got this great job list. You all make sure you check out my page, Yolanda Hinton, over on Facebook, or Yolanda Hinton's fan page. It's over there. Make sure you go to FYI over there, or One FYI, or LinkedIn. These listings are everywhere. Make sure you go to the page and find this list if you need it, or if you want to share it. Everybody doesn't have a job. For that reason, make sure you all share and be generous and tell folk, hey, I know where a few things online are, and go and check them out. So this is what's going on. We got the United Jewish Federation of Tidewater. They need a BEAR program coordinator. We have Young Terrace Boys Girls Club. They need a club director. The Children's Center, I always talk about the Children's Center. They need an HR recruiter, a service coordinator, a speech language pathologist, occupational therapist, a bus monitor, a bus driver, center-based coordinator, and they need much, much more. Go to the childrencenter.com. I think it's .org, the Children's Center, and check out all the jobs, these and more. Also, the Norfolk Botanical Garden, they need somebody for all their positions. All their positions. That's what they give us. Every position is open there at Norfolk Botanical Gardens. Um, Garden guide, volunteer services assistant, weddings and events coordinator, assistant manager of facilities, facility operations manager, facilities technician. They need two, and they also need three more somewhere else. Housekeeping technician is needed, horticulturist, um, that's needed. Let me say that again. Horticulturalist is needed at the Botanical Garden. Barista, front of house manager needed. They need a line cook, porter, prep cook, light crew. Is so many jobs available. Make sure you go to that website at the Botanical Gardens, and the garden guide will show you everything that's needed. You may fit some of these positions. Also, we have the Hampton Roads Workforce Council. Now, this job is paying $42,000 to $45,000 a year. Holly Bryant is that person to go to contact. That's that contact person. The email address is hmbyant at the workforcecouncil.org. These are jobs that are at Hampton Roads Workforce Council. Emerging Workforce Center coach is needed, and they are paying $45,000 salary a year. Suffolk Public Library, we always have them coming in with jobs. They need a library service coordinator, and they need a library associate. Okay. D-Art Center, D-Art, D hyphen A-R-T Center. They need a development manager. Also, Suffolk Center for Cultural Arts. If you're in the arts and you think you qualify, they need a performing arts manager. Check that out online. First Spark, they need a development coordinator. Let's see, what else is going on? Williamsburg Landing, they need a chief development and philanthropy officer. The Planning Council, they need a finance and administrative coordinator. MOCA, M-O-C-A are the acronyms. Virginia MOCA, they need a graphic designer. Also, the Norfolk SPCA, if you like to work with animals, they need an administrator and donor relations assistant there. Also, communities and schools, Hampton Roads, they need a development coordinator. That's communities in Suffolk Hampton Roads. They need a development coordinator. Let's see, the Girl Scouts of the Colonial Coast. We could always get those in. They need a property manager. Also, Dolphin Scholarship Foundation. They need a financial administrator. We have the United Way. You know, United Way is everywhere. They need a director of corporate and community relations. Seaton Youth Shelters. This is new to me. Director of shelter programs is needed. Suffolk Public Schools. Part-time teacher development mentor. These jobs are ready for you. We have kids getting ready to go back to school. Folks getting ready to go back to school, and these jobs need to be filled. The Norfolk Public Library, they need a community outreach ambassador. And Chesapeake Bay Academy, they need a chief advancement officer. Okay, again, we have, we've already talked about the Children's Center, Human Resource Recruiter. That's up here again. Let's see, Service Coordinator, Center-Based Coordinator, Speech Language Pathologist, Occupational Therapist, Bus Monitor, Bus Driver, and we have a company called Eggleston. and that's another known organization. They need a marketing coordinator and a marketing internship. Govern yourself accordingly and go get these jobs, baby. These jobs are available. You can go online. Make sure if you need to see them again, go on my Facebook page, Yolanda Hinton, Hinton, and get these jobs that are available. Now, some of these jobs you may be able to do wherever you are, whatever city, online. Some of these jobs are right here, specifically in the Hampton Roads area, but you all check them out and find out, how you can get a job if you need it. Make sure you share these jobs listings as well. So look, let's move right on along. It's Friday. I'm going to try not to be long-winded because I have a lot of things that I need to do. But I am so glad to be here and so glad to be able to just talk with you all again. You all are great support. And I'm just loving the support that you all give and how you just keep me in mind and keep coming on. TikTok, you are a blessing over here. Raymond, what's going on? User 9341098371430. How are you? I think I'm going to spell this because I don't want to mess it up. ALYSSAG887. Good morning to you. Albert, hi. Let's see, who else is here? It's so many, and I'm going to try to shout you all out. Dee Dee, what's going on? If I don't get a chance to do it right now, let me do it a little bit later in the show, okay? But anyway, this is FYI Fun Friday segment, What's in Your Closet? And we usually do issues concerning women, but today we're going to do What's in Your Closet. And guess what's in your closet? Guess what's in your closet? Reclaiming my time. You all remember Auntie saying, Auntie Maxwell, reclaiming my time. How to reclaim your time. We're talking about time management on today. Making full use of your time. Don't you know that's important? Don't you know we can live a better, less stressful life, less anxiety when we are managing certain things, when we are managing our lives. It is very, very, very important. And I wanted to come with a few tips just to, let you all know what it takes kind of to, make a life that's a little bit easygoing. First of all, I'm going to give my opinion about why I feel people are out of whack when it comes to time management, because sometimes people don't know time management skills. And then sometimes people take on too much and they don't know how to, regulate their time. Have you ever seen a person, let me look at it in another way, that, they have a place or an apartment at home and everything is just everywhere. I had a friend who you couldn't even walk in the house, in her car. Everything was just disarray. Everything was just out of control. She looked good. She kept that hair laid, but she was just a hoarder and just did not know how to put things together in the household. That's how some folks do with time management. They're all over the place. They've taken on too much. They've put too much, in their lives, too many things, too many people, and they just can't get it right. Are you all that type of person? Let me know in the chat if you all are that type of person where you may need a little bit of help when it comes down to, getting it together. getting it together, getting a better way of doing things, a better structure, structuring your life just a little bit better. And I know, and I know it takes time. Some people, don't grow up knowing certain things, like that. Certain people, haven't learned that. They don't see it, so they don't know how to do it, And so we have to, we have to grow. Sometimes we have to grow into a better way of doing things. Let me give you just a few things that could be done in order to have a better, skill set. Goal setting is a good idea. Setting goals for the day. You can set goals for the day, the week, the year, whatever. But when you begin to set goals for yourself, just like at night, I always think, what do I have to do? How am I going to structure my day? What has to come first? What are the priorities? What has to be done? I have to get this done. And so that's how I start off my evenings when I'm resting. I've done everything, and I'm saying, okay, here we go with another day, hopefully, that I will get, that God will give me. And so how am I going to make use of this time? Setting goals. You can reach a destination. It says you can't reach a destination if you don't know where you're going. That's what I'm saying. That's why planning is key in time management. Setting goals is key. If you don't know where you're going, how are you going to get there? No plan, no vision. I wake up and whatever happens, happens. Well, we don't have to do it like that. We can absolutely set goals. Again, we can prioritize, and that's one thing, you got to figure out what needs to be done. What has to be done? What is it that I can't put off? And so prioritizing, there's always more time. You get more time when you prioritize. It's more ways that you manage when you prioritize. And so prioritizing things that you have to do. Maybe you need to go out and do business or go out and get bills done, or make sure you go, and if you teach. Make sure you are planning for what you're going to do, how you're going to teach it. That's a priority. Your job, is a priority. Your family is a priority. Your business is a priority. Doing the things that you need to do in your household, keeping up with all the things that come with running a household are priorities. Some things you can do today. There are a few things that you may be able to put off, but procrastination is not a good way to time manage. Procrastination meaning if you take your priorities and the things that are important and you say, well, I know I got to do it today. I have a deadline today. Oh well is going to get you farther and farther behind. You're going to end up just like I said about my friend who hoards. You got all these things that should be done, and you just can't get to it. It's too much and it's too overwhelming. So making sure you don't sit back and put off those things that you have to get done. Self-discipline. Are you disciplined? Are you learning and practicing those skills? Self-discipline is a lifelong process. It's something that you've got to have all the time. How are you disciplined? Are you the person that knows how to, manage you? Because if you don't know how to manage yourself, how are you going to manage other things? Do you have discipline? Do you practice self-discipline? What about outsourcing and delegating things? Sometimes you got too much on your hands. I know somebody in particular, I'm not calling no names, who loves to do all the work, have to do everything. Never wants to delegate no matter how hard the task, how much the task. They always want to do it all. That can lead to burnout. And time management, you don't have time for burnout. You have time to get the job done, but you got also, when I talk about self-discipline, you've also got to manage your body, self-care. You've got to make sure you keep yourself up, not overdo it, so you won't go into burnout. You go into burnout, baby, it's hard to get that thing back. Sometimes folks got to go to professional people, professional help to get themselves up, back, and popping. They've overdid it. They've done too much. They haven't disciplined themselves. They haven't implemented self-care. And they don't know how to delegate. Remember in the scripture with Moses, and Moses was the leader. He led the children of Israel out of Egypt. And what happened? He thought he could do everything. He thought he could do it all. Now I'm talking pastors now. Some pastors, you pastors, make sure you are delegating and outsourcing. Why? Because the job of leading people seems to be overwhelming. You've got to deal with so much. And for that reason, you've got to use your time wisely. You have to have self-discipline, self-care. You've got to make sure you're not bombarded and overwhelmed where you're not using your time wisely. You sitting back and all the energy and time is going to other people serving. You won't even sleep at night. Can't sleep at night. And my soul wonders why. God is trying to tell you something. He's trying to tell you, look, let some of these other folk do this stuff. When you can delegate jobs and outsource, let it be done so you can live. Moses was so overwhelmed. He was, at the end, Moses was just through. He was just through. He tried to do every single thing on his own. And somebody had to stop him and say, look, you're going to burn yourself out, bro. I think his father-in-law said, you're going to burn yourself out. You're going to end up going to the grave over these people. Now, if you don't get wise, that's another thing, being wise with time, your time management. He told him, his father-in-law said, if you don't get wise, you're going to end up tearing yourself up over folk. So I encourage you all, when we talk about time management, to make sure if the jobs are overwhelming, if it's too many for you to do alone, then you must pull in others so they can work and get all your things that you need to do, especially those priority things, done. So many things go into time management. We have 24 hours a day. I heard this when I was in Bible study the other day. And it says that some of the tips, talk about certain things, but this one particular tip I heard in Bible study. And so the pastor says, he learned to say no. He learned to say no. He said he set boundaries and he respects his time and space. He said, no, you're not going to take all the time. I can't give you all my time. That's another thing. You can't give all your time to folk, all your time to things, because you got to have a well-balanced life. And so he was saying that he learned to say no. Yes, in time management, in order to be successful and to really get yourself in a well-balanced place. Sometimes you have to say no and set boundaries. You have to protect your time. You have 24 hours in a day. You need to protect that time. And some of that time means, no, don't call me today. You can call me on Tuesdays and Thursdays. That's my better day. That sounds like me because I always say that. Tuesdays and Thursdays are my better days. I'm off. Other than that, all those other days, I got a lot to do. She has a lot to do. Respect my time. Reclaiming my time. You called me on certain. I'm reclaiming my time. I don't have time to stay on the phone for. I remember when I first got married and I was having kids, my children, my babies, we were having children. And I had folk that like to stay on the phone for hours and hours and hours. I had to reclaim my time. I had to learn that you cannot give 3 and 4 hours to folk and you got children to take care of or a household or a job. You don't have time for that. Reclaiming my time. That's our topic for today. Reclaiming my time. Reclaim your time. Because some of you all, like I was doing, giving time away, time that you don't have. You don't have time to sit back and gossip for 4 hours. You don't have time to sit back and talk about nothing for 4 hours, baby, when you got so much time to do. So many things to do in the time that you have. 24 hours. And from maybe 5 to 6 to 8 hours, folks are sleeping. We're sleeping. So that cuts down that 24 hours, baby. And so you got to make sure you're getting things done. You don't want no pile up. You don't want things to go wrong because you are not paying attention to your time and what you have to do. Reclaiming my time. You got to reclaim your time. Learn how to say no and learn how to set boundaries. Wow. Planning and scheduling. Get that done. Make sure you make a plan. You got a vision, make a plan. Make it plain. This is how I'm going to do it. You've got to do it right. In my research, a lot of times they talk about social media and how, people have that addiction, first of all, to that phone. The phone is just like a partner or a lover or a husband or wife. Folks, keep that phone. Lord knows, have mercy. We can't put that phone down. But the thing about it, make sure when we are that close and in partnership with that telephone, that it's not for a whole lot of foolery. You staying on social media 8 hours a day ain't cutting it, sis, bruh. If you take 7 hours on social media, and some people are working, I'm not talking about people that's working on social media, because that's a job for some folks. But I'm talking about when you take the time, when you could be doing things, you could be cleaning your home, you can be doing something, productive or planning or, getting your bills right and structuring your finances. Folk up there looking at the latest gossip. Now, it's a time and place for everything online. And I say, if you like, if you like being on time, on the social media and stuff like that, go up there and enjoy it or post or, see your friends. A lot of people have friends and relatives up there and they interact with their friends. That's fine. But to take a whole hunk of time and delegate it to TV or social media and just looking at folks fuss and fight. Don't you know people just sit up there and watch people fight and carry on and fuss and care. You can find a lot of mess on social media. But I advise you all to make sure you delegate it where it doesn't take away from the important things that you have to do. Use it as a resource, use it as entertainment, see, what people are doing, because people are doing some crazy things and some people are doing some good things. You got the good and the bad. And, make sure you delegate your time on social media where you're not just consuming all the crazy stuff. Also TV, a lot of times people are consuming a lot of television. And some of them have businesses, and their businesses are going lack because they rather retreat to TV and get away from their problems rather than problem solve, rather than making sure the business is running right or the household. They are just sitting down on the bed eating bonbons. You all ever hear that cliche? He used to say that about women. On the bed, looking at TV, eating bonbons with rollers in your hair. We don't want to paint that picture, but we want to make sure that we're not using the TV as some kind of comfort zone to get away from the things we have to do. Don't you know some people are taking time for certain things to get away from it? If I pretend it's not there, maybe it'll take care of itself or it'll disappear. Your problems are not going to disappear. You're going to have to address your problems. You're going to have to take the time to deal with the things that you need to do. And sitting back and wasting it because you want your problems to go away is not going to do it, baby. It's not going to solve your problems. So a little bit of this and a little bit of that, we got to get our rest for sure. We're made to sleep and rest and relax. This machine is made like that. At a certain times, you get tired and sleepy. Overnight, people sleep or whatever, they can. If they work at night, they sleep in the day. You have to rest. The body is built to rest, baby. Make sure you do take the time. You take that 24 hours and you delegate time for sleep and rest and relaxation. The body needs that. It needs to heal. It needs to recuperate. It needs to be refortified. So make sure you do that for the body. But those other hours, baby, reclaim your time. Reclaim your time from too much social media, or reclaim your time too much TV, or reclaim your time with too much mess. Don't you know there are some people that are messy, and some of them sit back plotting and scheming to do things to people, do wrong, to talk about folk, to do dirty. They got all the time in the world to plot and scheme and won't handle their business. We got to get our priorities straight, and we have to reclaim our time from doing certain things. Reclaim your time. What are you doing? What's on your list you think that could, you can scoot aside? What is it that you're doing too much? Are you a people pleaser? If you're a people pleaser and don't know how to say no, like I said earlier, then reclaim your time. If you sit up there on social media and listen to all these lies and all this stuff, some people get up here and they just out just lie. You sit up here all consuming all those lies. Reclaim your time. Get away from some of this stuff. If you sit up here using all kind of things to cover up your problems, and instead of managing yourself, your time, being self-disciplined and things like that, you so busy on a whole lot of stuff, won't stop doing this, that, and the other, just wasting time and not getting your priorities in line, your business straight, what you've got to do. Remember I said goal set, sit back, plan, go and schedule the things that you need to schedule, do the things that you need to do. I'm going to tell you one thing. When you start living like that, you have a very, very easygoing, almost anxiety-free life because you know what you got to do. You've learned what you've got to do. You learn what's important. You know what you got to do and you do it. Those important things come first. Those things that, hey, I can, maybe I can push aside a little bit. Maybe you could do it. Push that aside a little bit. Oh, hey, I'm supposed to wash the clothes today, but hey, I can do that tonight or tomorrow. Little things like that is okay to kind of like. But when it comes to, if you're sitting back here and your house from the top to the bottom is full of clothes, you need to get yourself together. Time management is not on your side. You need to reclaim your time, baby. You need to reclaim your time. Let's see, what else can steal some things from us? Like I said, procrastination, you can definitely mess up your time. You need to reclaim your time from procrastinating. Time awareness, letting time get away from you. Oh my God, look, I'm supposed to be here and I'm sitting up here talking on the telephone. You need to reclaim your time because it's going to mess you up. What if it's a job situation and you've got to be there on time and you're so busy, doing this, that, and the other? You've got to be time aware. Um, task, the task, like I said, the things that have to be done you should be able to look at them and say, because me personally, I like to-do lists. Now you can to-do list in your head right here, but it's always a good idea to have it in front of you. Okay, this is what I have to do. And if you have a partner, significant other, husband or wife, you all could meet together and get your head together and say, okay, you do this. You got to do this. We got to do this together. We got to make sure these things are done. We have to have our things together. Motivation, make sure you're motivated, because if you're not motivated and you're tired, not taking care of your body and stuff, you're not going to want to do none of this stuff. You're not going to want to do it. You just want to sit back and just sit on the bed, look at TV and eat bonbons. Reclaim your time. Delegate time for certain things. Okay, I'm going to do this in this block. I'm going to do this in this block, blah. I'm going to set time. I'm going to set goals. I'm going to have a list before me. I'm going to have a rule of how many hours I'm going to spend on this, or how many minutes is going to be good to spend on that. Other than that, if you don't do these things, you're going to really, really have a life full of anxiety, fear, and you're going to have a lot of setbacks because you're just going to be out of whack. Again, the tasks that are priority, critical, check those out. A must do. I have to do this. This has to be done today. Let's see, what other things can we reclaim? How can we reclaim our time? Just taking too much time to, like I said, not visually looking at the things. You got to look at your life. You got to look at your life and see what you have to do, and you have to begin to do it. It becomes easy, I think, if you are aware of time. Again, being aware of time and how much you have to do what you have to do. Taking time for self-care. We're doing a women's series, and one of the things that we're heading out the gate with is self-care. Taking time, reclaim your time when it comes to self-care. And ladies, since this is our ladies issue, usually on Friday, taking time management here. We're talking about time management. We're talking about self-care, how you, in order to be able to do things and function well and steward our lives, we have to what? We have to take care of ourselves. So you got to make sure you're doing right by your body, taking time to rest, taking time to pamper ourselves, taking time for our spiritual life, looking at that and seeing how we can just use that in making sure we get things done. Oh, I'm taking care of myself. I'm resting. When I get up, I'm going to be able to, say thank God for this morning, and I'm going to be able to do the things that I have to do. Why? Because I feel good. My energy is there. I'm not taking time for a whole lot of stuff that's going to drag me down physically, because if you get drugged down physically, it is hard to do certain things. Oh, I drank all night for the last 5 days, and I'm trying to get through You got to reclaim your time and put aside things that's going to bring you down physically. Because I'm telling you, if your mind and your body is not in tune with what's got to be going on, you're not going to do certain things. You're going to become trifling, lazy, because you pulling the body down, the mind, the spirit, the physical body needs certain things. You got to take time. You got to reclaim your time and reclaim good health in order to time manage. Good health, baby. Take time to work out. Just a little bit of time. Delegate a little bit of time because the body needs that. Take time for rest. The body needs a certain amount of hours. Take time to make sure you're drinking water and eating properly. The body requires this in order to have a healthy mind and be stable so you can do your business in a timely manner. You need to be able to take care of yourself. Self-care. So I want you all to, because I'm not going to keep you, I'm getting ready to go in a minute, but I want you all to just reclaim your time on today. Look at yourself and say, what is it that I've been just, destroying my minutes, my hours? What is it that's taken away? What am I doing? Am I allowing too many people in my space? Am I allowing too many things in my space where it's clutter? Reclaim your time on today. You all in the chat, tell me that you're going to reclaim your time. Reclaim it so you can live the best of life. Some of us, there's too much in our world and our lives, and we are not able to manage it well. So you're full of anxiety. Then you got all this stuff going on in the world, in politics, in the economy, all that on top of not being able to manage ourselves and our time and our lives and steward well. All this brings on a lot of anxiety and fear, stuff that we don't have to carry. Take time for your spiritual life. Manage it. Give a little bit to God. Go somewhere in your secret place and say, look, I may not have but an hour, or I may not have but 20 minutes, or I may not have but 5 minutes, but reclaim your time and get connected to the light, to the source. Get connected so you can manage your life and have that which is able to keep you stable and help you to get through the day. Get that connection. Reclaim your time on your spiritual life. Some of y'all really go around thinking that you can handle things yourself, and you see that you're at the point of just going down to the abyss. Sometimes being pulled up by positivity and the light and God and the Word can help you to manage your time, your life, where you can really flow the way you need to flow now. There's no excuse for us to sit back and be destroyed by our own devices. Why? Because we will not manage and discipline and set goals and take the time to do certain things. Take the time for self-care. Take the time to build a good life. It's in your hands. Nobody gonna come up here and sit up here and do it for you. You got to do it for yourself. Time management is the key. Reclaim your time. Will you do that for me? Reclaim your time. Stop wasting time. You don't have a certain amount of years that God gives you, and then you're out of here. Have you wasted your time? What have you wasted your time on? What you doing where you have wasted time? Then when you're old or at the end, or when you're sick or tired and through, oh, I wish you got regrets. I wish I woulda, coulda, shoulda. You don't have to woulda, coulda, shoulda when you are setting goals and you are consciously knowing how to fill your day. and you are doing it productively. Reclaim your time. Look, I'm getting ready to go, but let me give you all some upcoming shows. So excited. We have, remember I said we start on Wednesday. I talked to you all about the men's series. The men's series are coming up. I'm excited about that. So our first guest is a married man who is going to talk about his journey and his experience as a married man. You know, what are some of the expectations? What are their roles? And how do they do it to the best of their ability? Are they doing it well? Are they thinking in terms of how mama or daddy and them used to do it? Or have they come in with a new flavor? We're going to talk about the modern man, those that are single men. We're going to be talking to them, those that are married men, talking to them, and talking to those that are divorced. Ooh, let's find out about these characters and these roles and what we can learn. I want you all to make sure you participate. So that's coming up on the 5th. I think I had announced the 3rd, but it's the 5th of August, and we'll have Cletus Cassidy. He's a married man, and we're going to talk about him and on and on. We'll have not just him, but there are going to be other ones in that category, in the role of married man that we'll be talking to. So again, along with the married man, we'll be talking to them, single man, talking to them, and the divorcee. Divorcee, do I say it like that? Well, those that are divorced, men that are divorced, we'll be talking to them. So that series is coming up. Also, the ladies, of course, we're going to do that. The ladies, we have Miss Angela Simmons, who's going to be our first young woman out of the gate, talking to us about self-care, talking about our personal lives and family. She'll be on FYI on the 9th. I believe it's the 9th. Anyway, these will be announced before time. You'll find out specifically what date they'll be coming. I am looking for a Money and More guest. So if you all are out there and you specialize in finance and stuff, we had a great conversation. Temple Mortgage, they were on, and it was Renard Boyce, a financial expert. He was on and had a wonderful time. But I really want to do it again. Money and More. Also, what else? We're going to do Around the Town. A lot of things going on around the town. It's still summer. We're going to talk about Around the Town. We're going to talk about summer fun. And we're just going to have a wonderful, good time with you. Chris Hinton, Real Estate 2026, of course. Jason Baker coming back in September, cryptocurrency. We have Crystal and Lulu coming on. We're going to be talking about school as we get closer to that time. They're getting ready to go back to school next month, but they don't want to talk about it yet. So before, just a little while before they go back, they're going to be on talking to us about some of the things that parents should keep in mind as they send their children to school, especially those that are first coming in. You know, they're at a school and they have the littlest, teeniest kids. Some of them are like 3 or 4, something like that. They have the preschool, and they are the cutest. But they have been underneath mommy and daddy for the longest, and now they're in school. And we just want to give parents a little tips of how to feel comfortable with your baby being in school and in a new year or a new school. And we love talking about that. So we'll be talking about that with Lulu and Crystal. Monday Sports Talk. Oh my goodness! So on the other day, I saw Washington Commanders. They were getting up, geared, and popping and ready to go with training. Remember, I said that we were going to do Sports Talk Monday when I start seeing the NFL getting in place to get it going on. This season is getting ready to come up, and we are going to have Sports Talk. And hopefully I'll get a co-host to be on with me. I have another friend who is that comes on with us with me, and he is out of Oklahoma, and hopefully he will be ready to do some of the segments. I wouldn't burden him down to do it all, but I really do need someone who is a sports freak. What is a freak? That is not a good word. A sport, somebody that love sports and don't mind talking about it with me on FYI Morning Show. Okay, FYI After Dark, we're going to do FYI After Dark. We'll have some great shows for you all coming up real soon. Some of our women for our women's segment will be on. Yolanda Tillett, Fiona Huff, and many, many more will be on our FYI After Dark with our women's issues. So anyway, again, thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for your support. Look, we getting ready to go into August, baby. The summer is going. We got a couple of months though, still in the summer month, because summer does not end until September. So baby, let's just get ready to just continue to have a good time and to be blessed and to enjoy every moment of it. So look, I'm gonna see you all later. I want to give you all a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful round of applause. Let me see, before I go, I think I'll shout out a few more folk over here. Mike Sofo, hey, how's everything going with the restaurant? I see you all are doing karaoke over there. I still want to get by and support you. I want to thank you so much for joining me today. Also, all those that are on Facebook, hello. Those that I can't see, say something in the chat so I can respond to you later. Let's shout out a few more folk over here on TikTok. Hector, how are you? Ted said hi to you earlier. Enzo L. Aquaman, hello, hello, and hello. Who is this right here? My eyes are playing tricks over here. I can't see right now. Okay, Vernell, hi. King Kazure, I think, I'm not sure if that's pronounced right. Ashley Michelle, hello. Lavendary, I think that's what it is. Bunny, hi. What's going on? Black Rabbit, I think that's what that is. Brooke, what's going on? Nikki, hi. Lynn, bravo. Jesse, ooh, Isley. Let's see. I think it's Shira. I think that's what it is, not sure. Nancy, what's going on? Toon, Slovenia. Hi, how are you? King's daughter, what's going on? You're doing a lot of productive things over there. Angela Wallace, hello. It's been a minute. Kashif, I think that's how you pronounce it. Amy, just so many of you all. Make sure you, if you have any comments, if you have any special requests as far as topics and things like that, or if you know somebody that want to be a special guest intern or sponsor of FYI Morning Show or FYI After Dark, make sure you inbox me or you email me at FYI, I was going to say morning show, FYI radio show live at gmail.com. FYI radio show live at gmail.com. Make sure you hit me up. Let me know what's going on, how you're enjoying your show, what things you need to see. If you want to be a special guest, if you want to sponsor any of the segments, let me know. So look, I'm going. I gotta go. Get ready to do some things, doing great business today, doing a little bit of pampering and just enjoying this beautiful weather. I want you to be blessed. I want you to have a wonderful weekend. And I want you to meet me back here. Meet me back here when? Monday. I believe we're going to do Monday Sports Talk. I will announce it. You'll see it. And have a good weekend. God bless y'all. TikTok. You're a blessing. Thank you for your support. I'm going to see you.